Hi, everyone. I'm Colleen.
And Cindy here.
Thanks for joining us for episode 20 of Conversations from Beyond. We don't know in advance who our guests are going to be, but we do know we have a lineup of universal beings of light who are waiting to join us to share messages for you. We do know also that Cindy's angels will be joining us, as well as my guide and half soul, Big Bertha, a recurring guest, will be joining us. I think we'll be joined by a couple of other beings as well to share messages with you. And I can't wait to find out. So I'll pass things over to you, Cindy, so we can get the first part of our message.
Okay, thank you. And I'm going to light my candle to call in my angels and set the energy. And as I do, as always, I ask you to use your own discernment with these and any messages that you receive. Bring it into your heart space and feel the truth for you. All right. Let's see what's going on. So we have circles. This tells me that my angels are here. And they're bringing in their energy. Before we begin with our guests, we are going to give you some information about this out of this world channel. This will be the final episode on this channel. This is indeed a sad day for all of us, including those of us on this side of awareness. We have enjoyed coming through on this channel and giving you information. We have enjoyed interacting with Cindy and Colleen and with each of you. We have enjoyed your love energy and your laughter and your joy. This is an ending. However, it is also a beginning. There is a beautiful new beginning about to live on Earth. This beautiful new beginning will begin a life on Earth very soon. This new beginning is a new birth that will herald a whole new era on Earth. This will be the age of Aquarius. Okay, now taking a break. So before we record an episode, Colleen and I always ask to see if there's any instructions that they have for us, or if things are going to be different, if the format's going to be changed. And just a few moments ago, we did receive this message for ourselves personally. They told us that this was the last episode on the Out of This World channel. And thankfully so, because they gave us a few moments to sort of process that on our own. And we had a little chat about it, a little cry. And, and now they have just expressed this to you as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi, we're cutting in right at this moment because we would like to share something with you. So before we started recording this episode of Out of This World, Colleen and I got a message, and that's when we found out that this was the last episode. And we had our own reaction to that. And because I'm recording Zoom, it was recorded, and we would like to share our reaction with you. And Colleen was very gracious in explaining her process and what was going on in her body as she was trying to breathe through this information. And so it is, I think it's a wonderful gift for all of us that she shared this, and we would like to share this with you now in case it may be helpful for you in processing this information, because I think there are a few of us, at least, that will be very saddened by the news that this is the last episode. So I'm going to cut next to that sharing, and then from there it'll jump back to continue the messages for you for the rest of this episode. Okay, here we go. How are you? Yeah.
Trying not to ruin my makeup. That's how I
Yes.
am. Doing what they said. I know what to do when this happens, because I sometimes I know what to do if I have a Zoom meeting 3 minutes after I get this. You know what I'm saying? Just like
Yes.
it. Belly breathing is what I'm doing.
Okay. By the way, your hair looks lovely today. I love it.
Oh, thank you, because I'm hating the stage it's at. So thank you.
No, I think it looks great.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
changed 2 things about what I did, and okay, thanks. So I keep thinking I'm gonna fuck it, I'm chopping it off.
Yes. Belly breathing. So you mean breathing right into your diaphragm?
I was just gonna explain, like I'm preaching to the choir here, giving instructions on how to breathe but anyway, maybe I'm not. You know what I mean? We don't know what each other thinks.
Well, yeah, maybe you have something different.
Right? So, I always say I can feel it in my solar plexus. I always say that. Excuse me. It's right here. Like this, like I could press on it. It's like I get this lump, like a plug right there. And I seem to feel that it's a plug, in that there's supposed to be a channel going straight through, and there's a plug there. And so what I do on my walks, like all the time, especially last year while I've been going through all this stuff about work, is as I breathe in, it's like a plunger. I'm like pushing the air down past that plug, like not so violent.
Yeah.
I'm easing it open with breath and moving the junk. Like, okay, now this is gross. Okay, a mucus plug, when you're pregnant, just came to mind. Oh, okay. So a mucus plug.
I just got a huge rush.
No kidding. Wait to see what I'm about to say. A mucus plug just came to mind, because I was like, gross. At first I thought they were talking about a plug and mucus. And then I was like, no, birth mucus. Okay, so when the mucus plug, which does block the channel, that's what it does, the baby channel. When it comes out, there is a birth coming.
Yes.
And so that's what gave me the rush. And I'm rushing again now. I'm like goosebumps up my legs.
I've got all goosebumps on my arms.
When I feel that, I never think of it that way, but I will now. So I'm like both expanding the channel, because that is what's happening when I'm breathing.
You're dilating.
But I'm also trying to move, not push.
Yeah.
I move that out. Oh my God. I've never felt this before. Okay, so when I'm walking and I do it, like I have lots of practice at that. And I consciously make sure that I can feel it going all the way down to there, right? But I've never thought about where it goes after that because it's always for me, my heart here and here is my whole, oh, well, and here is my whole place I work from, right? And so I never think about where it goes. Oh my God. Okay, we're not posting this part. And as I just did it and realized that I'm moving that plug as I'm doing the breathing, I felt a change somewhere that I never feel a change, which is in my root chakra.
Mm.
I never have any activity, you know what I'm saying? I'm not being dirty. I mean, energetically, you know how I'm not even conscious of it. Half the time, I don't even know what it's for, and it's creativity and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so just now, as I did that, get it?
Yeah.
It came out the same without the pain in the birth area. Wow.
Yeah.
So anyway, the point was that that's what I was doing. That's how I clear it when I'm like, I can't cry right now.
Yes.
And it'll come out later, no worries. Is that I do that. I just expand that all out and get rid of all that. So interesting. I never thought of it that way before.
No.
Okay.
No, and that was new information to me. I do what I would say belly breathing, but it's just basically breathing into my diaphragm where your belly expands instead of your chest expanding, you know? Like I've done that, but not all that you just described. So thank
Well,
you for sharing that.
you're welcome. Because like I know that our chakras are on the outside and all that, but there's very conscious for me about an energetic core, right? And like, there's this, like if you were on Star Trek, it'd be this tube, clear tube full of sparklies that
Yes.
goes down the middle of me.
Yeah.
I seem to work with that more than I work with that stuff that's out here. You know what I mean?
Okay.
The spinning chakra business. You know what I mean? I work in there. It's just coming out. Thanks, Big Bertha. I work in there. And so, like, that's where I bring light in when I bring light, is not in, like, anyway. And so, like, that's what's having a block. Like, it's my energetic core. And so that's where some emotion is being processed, is in there. Are we recording this? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I just feel like I just had like, you know what I mean? Put it
Yeah.
together.
Yeah,
So
no,
it's
that
in
was huge.
what's that?
That was
Yeah.
huge.
So if you had the big clear plastic tube with fairy lights all in it, okay, and like
Yeah.
more than that going on in
Yeah.
there, like sound, like the fairy sound, like you know what I mean? I can't do it, like bells and that, all
Yeah.
going on inside of it. At one part where I'm feeling that, which when I'm in fear, it's in a different spot, a little lower. And you know what I mean? Wherever
Yeah.
I'm feeling that, I suppose it could be a sore throat, whatever. I'm just going to keep going. The fairy lights are going, you know what I mean? At
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
spot,
Neat.
or it's clouding up around it or something. It's just not the same sparkliness.
Yeah.
And so then, because breath is magic elixir, it
Yes.
is everything, according to your messages, right?
Yeah.
Breath
Yeah.
is it. So I'm bringing breath in, and it's just like, wow. Okay.
Very cool.
I like that. Thanks, everybody. That can
Yes.
come from me.
Very cool. Thank you. All right. So
I know.
you may need to take a moment.
I was just going to say that if you need to pause the video to process that, like there's obviously more coming.
Yes.
And they did say right away, that it's an ending, but it's a beginning.
Yes.
Because this birth, which I'm imagining is Pele, anyway, that will bring in the age of Aquarius. So although yeah, like there's heaviness here, I can't wait to see what the next message is going to be.
Me too. All right. So we're going to head right back in. Okay, so we have circles. My angels are here. We have a special guest, and this guest has a special message. So now the pendulum has gone still, which tells me my angels have stepped aside and someone else is here. This is a guest you know well. This is Pele. You are going to understand the reasons why this channel is ending before the big conception. This channel was created to give people an opportunity to help bring this conception closer in their timeline. This has been accomplished through this channel on YouTube. People watching have been able to hold an energy of hope around this birth. And it has indeed made a difference. You may have heard others give timelines about the flash of light. And these are all possibilities. There are many possibilities when it comes to the unfolding of these events. This channel will be ending as there is no more information to give at this time. Now we are all in a hush period. This is the lull before the conception. This is the point where everything has been prepared. And now we wait in quiet anticipation. This is a beautiful time. And it is a time for gratitude and appreciation of what you have been a part of. The information given through this channel is all information you have processed. And your work in processing this information has allowed the timeline of these events to come into form a bit faster. You will see when this begins to unfold the effect you have had on the timeline. The proof is in the conception. And with that, she's done. I could feel Pele's energy come in before she said it was Pele. So I was really happy with that. Very nice. Yep. You can't unmute. What if did anything pop up to?
Sorry, obviously you were supposed to talk first. I lost my mouse, is what happened.
Oh,
It just disappeared. So I couldn't even click on your invitation. I mean, anyway,
okay.
I'm muted now. Interesting that when she said the proof is in the conception, play on words on the proof's in the pudding, because when
Yes.
she said that we've done all the things and now we wait, I got this idea about baking, and like I don't even bake, but about baking, you know what I mean? And you put it all together and put it in the oven, and then you just wait, right? And if it's cake, like you don't even open the door because you might mess with it. And so that just popped into my mind, and then and then she said the proof is in the.
Yeah,
Well, Pele, yes, I could feel the energy right away too. Sorry, I got all caught up in not being able to unmute.
that's okay.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, last episode I wondered if I had this idea that maybe Pele was going to join us, and she
Okay.
didn't. And so now there she was, and it's such
Okay.
an honor to have you back on our videos, Pele, and thank you for the message.
Yes,
Have anything else to say, but they're just really telling us that like there's more to it than just the sadness of this ending.
exactly.
It's for a reason.
Yeah. And I had just had a private reading recently where they talked about gratitude and how the energy of gratitude is more powerful than we realize, and that it does help move things along a lot faster. So
Yes,
it's interesting that she brought that up too, that this time now is a time for gratitude and quiet anticipation.
yes.
So
And I know I'm really grateful that popped into my mind too when she was saying that, like for this community that has
yes,
developed, and all of you in the comments, and just and commenting on each other's comments. Like you're not just sort of a community with us, you're a community with each other. And I love that. And I have gratitude, and I want to thank you for that. So yeah.
yeah. And I wonder too, like, I don't know if it was my last or second last, most recent message on Lady of the Forest. They talked about how we'll have an opportunity to share our perspective when the flash of light happens. We'll have an opportunity to share our perspective. And so I think at that time, possibly once things begin to happen, not just for this channel, but for like everybody that's been talking about this stuff, I think traffic on their videos is going to increase. And
On
so,
old videos.
yeah, and not just
And
the channel, like other channelers out there
yes,
who have been talking about the flash of light and the awakening and all of that. Like I think that once it starts happening, there's going to be an increase in traffic on
yes,
all of these platforms. And so it's just kind of interesting that we'll be done. It's like this is the package. It's been delivered and we're done.
yes. But you're
Yeah,
right. Like people can still talk in the comments. Like you can still
for
jump
sure.
into an old episode and put something in the comments now, you know what I mean? Of
Yeah.
something that you experienced or what's going on. And yeah,
And you had brought up an interesting thing when we were talking before we recorded this episode too about the 11s, that today's date when we're recording this now, hopefully we'll get to post it today, but maybe not. But the date sort of boils down to an 11 without the year, the month and the day. And then we looked back and we like our first sort of work on this channel was also 11 months ago, pretty
yeah,
much to the day.
pretty
So
much to the day.
yeah, one day off from 11
Yeah,
months. So yeah, just interesting 11s.
for sure. And how did you say, because you coined it perfectly. Like I know what 11 means, but what did you say about what 11 means when we were talking?
It opens a doorway energetically for manifestation to come into form. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we asked, and they said that we are at the 11th hour of this awakening process leading to the mass awakening.
Yes. Lots of 11s. We're
Yes.
we're manifesting it.
Yeah.
Very
And
cool.
we are like they're explaining to us that we have helped to usher this along. So never underestimate the power of your ability to help bring this all into fruition. And thank you for everything that you've done so far in doing that. It has
Yeah,
been.
because there've been lots of comments about how much hope these messages bring, and our conversations as well that are in between the messages. And hope. Remember, well, that was a video on your other channel, but hope is the steering wheel of
Yes.
life. So hope is the big push behind a manifestation, like about law of attraction too, like that I
Yeah.
talk about all the time. Hoping is, they say about believing that something's going to happen, and sometimes I can't get there when I'm trying to manifest something because it's like it's hard for me to just go right into I have it already, like
Yeah.
that. But the hope part is what we've all been pushing for 11 months. We've
Yes.
been with our hope, pushing this manifestation along, like helping it along and spurring it maybe more than pushing it. Yeah. And so yeah.
Yeah. Well, hope, the line they gave me about hope is that hope is an agent of change.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So let's stay in hope, even though we're, still probably processing the idea that this channel is ending. Like, let's hope for what it is that's going to come next.
Yes. And like you said, all the messages are there. So there's still a lot of messages we can go back and listen to it on this channel. And then also on Lady of the Forest, there's a whole bunch of channels there. And then, of course, Colleen just started her own new channel. So, there's lots of access to encouragement and hope out there.
Yes, and a bunch of you, thank you, have come over and subscribed on there. So I don't know, like I've only posted 2 videos. I don't know where this is going, and like nobody has told me that channel's ending. So like it's just starting. I hope it's not ending. So who knows? Those of you who are coming over to Colleen Walks the Talk with me, and I've already had some ideas about maybe having Cindy on as a guest. If you would be so to join me on there sometime. But anyway,
Of
like,
course.
who knows where that channel's going? And
Yeah.
you're all, like, some of you are over there with me now. So we'll just see where that goes. That maybe
Yeah.
maybe we'll continue the hope and the talk about manifesting in that over there. So it's
Yeah.
just all, who knows?
Exactly. We're in a transition period here. But all those links will be in the description too, if you're interested.
Yes.
All right, let's see who else is here.
Was Paley done?
Yes, well, I think so anyway. She was done that anyway.
Okay.
We'll see if it's her again or somebody else.
Okay.
Okay, so circles, my angels are here. We have another guest, and this guest is a special guest for all of you. This guest is a soul who is involved in the ushering in of Pele's energy. This guest is an energy that everyone carries within your heart. This guest is the Jesus soul. And so now the pendulum has gone still. This is Jesus. I am here today to bring you a message of gratitude. This message of gratitude is for each and every person watching this video, including people watching in the future. Every one of you has been involved in ushering in the birth of Pele. This is as it was designed. This channel has brought information about the birth of Pele. And this is a unique perspective on the awakening process. This is not something that every channeler is receiving. This is a unique perspective. And this information was given to you. And you held this information in your heart. And you helped to be a doula in the birth of Pele. Energetically, the birth has already happened. These last 11 months, this birth was being prepared by you, by each of you. This birth is your accomplishment as much as any other soul incarnated on earth. You have been involved in this birth process energetically for the last 11 months. This is something that is a very important and powerful experience you have been able to experience. This is something that will bring you a new understanding once this conception happens in Earth's energy. The conception will have a special effect on people who have been involved in helping to bring Pele into form on Earth through this conception. Those that have been working as a doula on this set of awareness are those that have been holding this energy of hope around this conception. And you will have a beautiful awareness come into your awareness with the conception of Pele. You will become aware of the doula energy work you contributed to this event when you feel the conception Pele occur. This moment of conception will open up your awareness to give you an understanding of the role you played energetically to bring this birth into form. You will have this moment of clarity come to you sometime during the flash. And you will have a beautiful experience that accompanies this moment of clarity. This is something you will remember and appreciate for all of your existence. And with that, he's done.
Boy, it's an all-star guest list
I
today.
know, right?
So I want to throw something in just right now before we process that. In CFB19, there were a few comments. I guess we had some new viewers, come in, and they were asking like, "Who's Pele? What's this about Pele? And what's this about a conception?" So I wanted to mention that that is all explained in, I believe it's CFB9 was the CFB where it was first introduced, and then we started into the Earth's History series, EH1 through, I don't even remember how many we did. So if you go into our playlists and look at and find the Earth's History series and watch from episode 1, episode 1 will actually tell you what the CFB one was, where Jesus first came in and told us that Pele was going to be born in that. Remember,
Yeah.
And then it was at New Year's. It was right around New Year's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then we went into the Earth's history.
It was at New Year's, and we're 9 months. This is the 9th month.
Huh.
There's a lot of 9 months.
A lot of numerology going on here. So if you want to know about Pele, watch our Earth's history series. I could have probably just summed it up like that. Yeah.
Because then the other 9-month thing, I just realized as the message was coming through, and he talked about 11 months, that we've been sort of holding this energy, this doula energy for this birth. Technically, I took 2 months off. We took 2 months off. I mean, people were still holding the energy, but you know what I mean? And so that brings it to 9 months.
Yeah. Interesting.
It is. It's just, it's fun to look at all the numbers and
yes.
Just
because they did say that once Pele is conceived, it will be a what did they say? Typical human gestation period. So, the whole 9 months thing. But it did say in those that back then, they did say that her birth was going to be in 2024. And we can see that that's not going to happen. But there were also some updates along the way. And then also, timeline shift and all that. Yeah. But also, I think that was to put us into hope so that this driving force that we have become, like, that's what Jesus is saying here, is that we have been part of this.
Yes.
With all of our, and it's more than even just the community. Like, I know there are other channels talking about the Flash and the awakening and all that kind of thing, but there's some reason that we were gathered here and they drove us into hope by telling us it was going to happen in 2024, So
well, they said it was a possibility.
You're right.
2024 or 2025.
At first they said 2024. And then you got a message on your Lady of the Forest, and then also we got it in here that they were like, it's a timeline that's shifting constantly based on, like, as soon as we got behind it, everything would have shifted, we as a group, you. By we, I mean you. So anyway, the hope so Jesus just reiterating, like, we have been driving this. And
yes,
I love that when it happens, when the flash happens and the conception happens, we're going to somehow see the effect that we had on this. That's really interesting.
Yeah, that awareness of our energetic doula energy and how that helped usher this birth in, that awareness is going to come to us. So that is really cool.
I just wondered too if this group is going to, it has occurred to me before, if there's going to be some kind of gathering of us in a different way, energetically. Like, there is the whole Great Hall of Awakenings. That was an episode in itself, like where we are when we have our Great Awakening. That's where you go first, to this fabulous hall that they've created. And people have said that in the comments back then, was like, see you in the Great Hall, And so I just wonder if we're gonna have some kind of, you know what I mean? We all show up and go like, hey,
some kind
it's you guys. Yeah. We see who each other really is, and I don't know, and then see the somehow the energetic effect that we had. I love it,
I'm totally down for that.
right? I'll be there.
The out of this world after party.
Yes. The out of this world, other side of awareness after party.
Yeah. Where we all high five each other as doulas of the birth of Pele.
Yes. Are you coming?
I'll definitely be there.
Yes. And I'm sure Big Bertha will be there with bells on. What just popped into my mind is, what will Big Bertha wear to that?
No. Perhaps her pink feather dress.
Maybe. Yeah, for sure.
All right.
See what they did there, though? See how they gave us that message at first and we all went wah, wah for a minute,
Yes.
like, and then like now I love this reunion, all-star reunion. That might be
Yes.
the thumbnail.
Me too.
Yeah, let's see who's coming next. Or was Jesus done?
Well, like I said, he was done that session, so we'll see when I go back if he comes back or if it's somebody else.
Let's go.
Okay, we have my angels. Now we are going to break from protocol and to bring in another guest before our last guest of Big Bertha. So the pendulum has gone still, which means my angels have stepped aside and someone else is here. This is a light being that is involved in the birth of Pele in a beautiful way. I am Pele's mother, and I am here to thank you. You have no idea how much help you have given this process of birthing Pele. People think this is a single mother and a single birth. However, this is a birth that belongs to all of us. And I am not capable of doing this alone. There are many people that have been working behind the scenes to bring this energy into form on Earth. I am the physical body that will bring this energy into form. However, that would not be possible without you. This is a huge collaborative effort. This is the result of a tremendous amount of work by each of you. This isn't even just the last 11 months. This is all the work you have put into all your past life experiences and all your healing. This is happening because of you and your hard work in this Earth's universe. You are being honored in this moment with a love energy imprint that is yours to keep in your heart. Oh my God, she's done.
Oh, it was
Did you
so,
feel that?
oh my goodness.
Oh,
When
yeah.
she came in, I was going like, oh my goodness, I'm rushed trying to express the rushing that came in. And
For me, I felt it all coming at the end. Like it sort of let me get the message out, and then at the end
yeah,
is when I felt it all.
oh, it was at the beginning for me. Well, right through really, but mostly at the beginning.
Yeah. Just so much honor, so much gratitude, so much love.
Yes.
And so, yeah, it feels like some sort of energy nugget came through there that each of us has the opportunity to welcome into our own love energy bodies.
Yeah, like she sent something through that message,
Yes.
right? So like you
Yes.
can give, I give intent right now to I allow it.
Exactly. I accept that into my heart space
Yeah.
for sure, because that was beautiful.
I don't even have as much to say about these messages as, like this, what
I
am I
know.
gonna, are you gonna discuss them? Like, wow.
Exactly.
And plus, like with this, well, the Breaking with Protocol and this all-star guest list, like who else has come? Although they did say the next was going to be Big Bertha,
Yeah.
but
So usually we have three guests, but we've already had three. And then now Big Bertha.
yeah, cool. We got a bonus
Great.
guest.
Yes, we did. Let's see what Big Bertha has to say. Okay, we have eight. We have circles. My angels are here. This is the best way to end this very last episode on Out of This World. After Big Bertha's message, there will be no more to say. So we are saying our thanks now. We are eternally grateful for this opportunity to meet with you, the viewer, in this sacred space and share information and energy with you. We have received a tremendous amount of love from each of you as you have accepted the love energy we shared with you. Now the pendulum has gone still. My angels have stepped aside, and someone else is here. This is Big Bertha. Well, isn't this the cat's meow? Here we are at the end of this epic journey. We have grown and learned together on this channel in a magical way. We have uplifted each other, and we have encouraged each other, and we have loved each other in this sacred space. This is a beautiful and impressive accomplishment. This is a magical energy that we have shared here together in this space. I'm going to leave you with something to think about. The messages you received in this space have been a magical energy that was shared with you. This magical energy was of the purest form, and it came in the form of information that was helpful to you. However, there was so much more magic within the energy transmitted with each message than you ever received in the information alone. Many of you understand the importance and the sacredness of the information that was imparted on this channel. However, I am sharing with you today that the information was but a tiny fraction of what you received in these messages. The purest form of love energy was transmitted to you. And you will understand this when you are able to become aware of the role you have played in the ushering in of Pele's birth. This awareness will bring you an awareness of the love energy that was transmitted to you through these messages. You will receive an awareness that will surprise you. There has been something in plain sight that you have not recognized as of yet. This awareness will come to you when you become aware of your role in this birthing process. Now, I'm going to leave you laughing. I'm going to leave you with an image of me in my super sexy spacesuit. The SSSS. I am the SSSS Big Bertha. I am signing off for now. Okay, and with that, she's done.
What episode was that from? I don't even know that she wore that. It was the one about television shows, just in case you want to go back to the to the thumbnails to find
Yes,
about
where
her.
she describes her super sexy spacesuit, her skin
The
tight super sexy
SSSS.
spacesuit.
Yes, her SSSS.
So it reminded me of like the spaceships. They always, and I don't even know what the SSS stands for, but they would have like SSS whatever, you know?
Yeah,
I don't know what that stands for, but she's the four S's, Big Bertha.
of course she is. There'd be more S's, like she's a big personality.
Yeah.
Oh, like even though she's with me every day, all day, and she talks to me all the time and all that, I'm feeling, like I'm gonna
Yes.
miss her. Like I just miss, anyway, gonna miss having her come on here as our recurring guest.
Yes.
Um, but anyway, she left us this little clue, like this little thing to think about,
Yeah.
right, that we're gonna, when that awareness happens, where we see the effect we've had, I guess. Um, there's been something in plain sight that you have not recognized as of yet. This awareness will come to you when you become aware of your role in this birthing process.
Yeah. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like an awareness for each of us of who our soul is, like something, I don't know, or if it's something about the messages specifically, the energy in the messages. I don't know.
That's what I think she's talking about, something that's been in plain sight in all of these. I'm even going, is there something here that's been in plain sight in all of these videos? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like on your shelves of all your
I
stuff.
know. I got a lot of stuff. There's a lot of
Yeah.
stuff
Is
back
there
here.
something in there that's been in plain sight? Like, anyway,
We have this little blue angel sitting here.
I'm very literally. I'm looking for like a little note on your shelves of the
Yeah.
date of the conception. It's something so literal,
Yes.
There's been something in plain sight all along. But anyway, she also talked about the love energy. Like there are some episodes where they told us that there was love energy
Yeah.
coming through, or they were sending something through. But she's saying that it has, and we kind of knew that, but that there's been basically a love energy transmission coming through
Yes.
the whole 11 months.
But I think this is the first time she's sort of compared it, that the information that we're so excited about and has brought us so much joy and hope, that's been a tiny fraction of what's been going on with these messages, that the greater portion of that has been about the energy that's being transmitted through them.
Yeah. Like they
That's
just
definitely a new perspective that I haven't heard.
distracted us with the messages while
Yes,
they're working on us,
exactly.
in a good way, working on us, sending whatever it is through, just
Yeah,
distracting us with the messages.
yeah.
Wild. I know.
I
So I
know.
guess so there's no other messages, right? I'm making
No,
sure. Because
but
the angel said that they're not coming back on.
yeah.
And
And that was nice. Even my angels thanked everyone and explained, because they've explained this too, that when we share love energy, when we give, like there's energy shared in the giving and the receiving and in the bystander. And so just being here for this exchange, they've been sharing information and love energy with us, but we've also allowed them, like in that exchange, we share with them. And so they've received in this exchange as well. And they've thanked us all for that. So that was beautiful.
yeah, and we're back to that whole, like everything that we experience here is learning for them too, right? For them
Yes.
on those on the other side. So that's very cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, like, I mean, I know we're in the wrap up and I want to say something profound, but I just don't even know. Okay.
Oh,
I do want to express my gratitude to you, Cindy, for following that first idea that you had to ask me if I wanted to do videos with you,
yeah.
because this has changed my life. Like all of you out there, Cindy, you, and then all of the viewers and your support and encouragement. Like I wasn't doing YouTube videos before this. Cindy was after I like pushed her onto the stage to do them.
Yes.
But I wasn't doing YouTube. But this was my first experience having a channel, and like it has changed my life. And now, like made me go start my own channel. Like it has given me. I can't even. I don't. And I can't even. Thank you, and thank you, Cindy.
Well, thank you. And yes, I would like to also thank everyone here watching, because this channel wouldn't exist without an audience, without you and the sharing of love energy. And I know that when I'm receiving it, when we get these rushes, everybody's energy is included in that. Like even though right now it's just me and Colleen recording and nobody's watching this yet because it hasn't been published, that energy all comes into one time. And I think the intensity of what we've been able to feel in receiving this information and these messages and the hidden nuggets within it has been intensified by everyone watching and sharing this experience with us. So without that, it wouldn't be what it is. And then also, of course, to thank Colleen, because man, oh man, I can guarantee like doing the messages on Lady of the Forest, that was scary enough, but the messages here on Out of This World have truly been out of this world, and I would not have been able to deliver them without you by my side, just holding space and being with me and having these epic conversations. So that day when I came to you with this wild and crazy idea, this what I call inspired thought, because I know it wasn't mine, it came through for me. And then you said yes. Like, wow, that changed my life as well. So thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Yeah.
I think we're ready to send love energy out one last time. And
And
yeah,
say goodbye, and we'll see you on our other channels, I guess.
yes.
And then we'll see you in the awareness of whatever that is, whatever happens.
I look forward to the after party.
Actually, I'll see you at the conception,
Yes.
right?
Yep. Okay.
Oh,
So we're sending love energy. Oh, look, there's a seed that came with, because I have seeds over there. So I'm going to just sort of place that right there. A conception right there.
there it is.
So to whoever and whomever and whatever you would like to send out love energy to, that is your choice. And we are intensifying each other in this process.